Welcome back to the House of Gray. I am Gray and this is Trading with Gray. All right, so last week I did draw all of this up, right? I don't need to erase this because I am on the higher time frame and I am using my markup as my road map. You understand that I don't need to come in here every morning, every night, every session, or every week and change up my markup. Why? Because I have one bias. This is why I like to teach y'all to look at the higher time frames for minimum your road map. So come over here on the daily and let's get started, right? This is Bitcoin. Last week I did say if price continued on up, broke above our zone, I would be looking for some type of pullback into this area. Right now the week has opened up. Today is Tuesday, so let's check out what's going to happen, right? It is 4:54 a.m. way before market opens New York session, so we have plenty of time to determine what we want to do. Now, like I said last week, I determined that I would not be taking any type of trade until price returned to my zone, right? That's one of the most hardest issues for traders, is to just be patient, right? It's hard to see, hey, I did determine that price will come back to the zone before taking some type of buying signal to take price back on up to our target area, right? But most traders come in here and say, hey, if I know price may be giving me a pullback, let me take some type of sell trade back to that zone, right? Isn't that what you probably thought? Probably why your account is sitting at negative or below. What do? We just wait till price comes back into our area, till our alert is hit, then we come in and determine what is going on. So as of right now, the last couple days, you have seen some type of bearish rejection pushing price back on down. Now I do hope price continues into our zone, so we will have to just wait to see what will happen right now. Okay, so if I do come over to the 4, you do see that we do have some type of minor retracement or minor downtrend, right? This minor downtrend does not determine that Bitcoin is bearish. This minor downtrend does not determine that Bitcoin will continue to drop out the sky. This minor bear trend just determines that we are in some type of pullback, right? Because before I will determine Bitcoin to be bearish, I need to see this zone or this last low right here get taken out. If price does determine to pull all the way back down here, give me some type of structure to continue on down, then yeah, Bitcoin may potentially be bearish at that moment. But as of right now, I am determining Bitcoin to just be giving me some type of pullback or some type of retracement, right? Now, why am I thinking this? Because in price, it moves in one way, right? It moves up, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and it continues like that in an uptrend, right? So as of right now, we have created our higher high, which I determined to be up here. Now we are looking for our next higher low, which will be down here, which also would be considered right here, right? Now, when price does give us that entry, we will just take some type of buying entry with our stop below the low, our last confirmed low, and then our high will be at the next high or whatever take profit we are looking for, right? Because we have to continue to break levels like I talked about in my last video. So if you haven't checked it out, go and check it out now, because I describe exactly what I'm talking about when I say price needs to break levels to continue on higher or levels to continue on lower. All right, so for Bitcoin as of now, we aren't going to be doing anything. Now let's move on. US30, right? Now this one is beautiful. You do see that I did mark off this area because I did want to see price reject and actually pull back on down from this area. Now that did not happen, so what do we do next? Okay, so price has broken out of this zone, so I would like to see this zone, which was resistant, broke. Now I want to see it act as support. If price can give us some type of pullback, which obviously you can see that is happening, right? I want to see price give me some type of pullback, build structure or stability to find buyers to take price back on up. Okay, If not, if price decide to break back under, give me structure that shows me some type of bearish momentum, then there is a possibility of price actually coming back on down. Now, this is why we have to be patient, because I cannot tell you price is going to be bullish or price is going to be bearish. We want to see what price is just going to do and react from it. Do you understand that, right? Many traders come in here and say, hey, this right here is a bearish candle. As of now, this looks very bearish to me. Many traders will go in, take some type of sell, believing this would happen, and boom, stopped out immediately, right? You can't tell me that does not happen 99% of the time. Now, the problem with this is you know there is a possibility of this happening, yet you continue to do all the bad habits in trading, and you wonder why it doesn't work out. It doesn't work out because you don't have the discipline to follow an actual trading strategy or a trading plan that works, right? You have bought many mentors. You follow many mentors on Instagram. You watch YouTube videos throughout the day, TikTok videos of traders winning, TikTok videos of traders making thousands and thousands of dollars, and you wonder why it's not working for you. Well, I'm gonna tell you right here, the reason why it does not work for you and 99% of all the traders out there is because you can't sit on your hands and follow a trading strategy that is profitable. Every trader out there gives you a profitable strategy, yet you find a way to make it not profitable. Okay, so what are we going to do in this scenario, right? We are going to wait for price to give me some type of pullback, give me some type of bull engulfing or bull buyers candle that shows me, hey, price has stalled and we may continue on up. Right now, if this candle right here on the daily does decide to give me a bearish candle on the day, that does not change my bias. I just want to see what tomorrow will happen, right? So as of right now, nothing is going to happen this week for me unless news comes out and determines to push price all the way back down. Now, if price does determine to pull on back down here, reject in this area right here, then yes, potentially we could head back on down, right? Because we do have some type of resistance area here, but right now it's acting as support, right? What I'm talking about is if price breaks below this, comes back, give us some type of rejection or build stability here, we may see price continue on down. All right. But as of right now, since we are above support, I do not want to take a sell in support. All right. And you also don't want to take any type of buying signal at a high, right? So as of right now, we have to sit on our hands because this right here could be considered our last higher high, and this higher high, higher low, and we are now creating our higher high, right? So we are in a higher high. We don't take a buying signal this high. We need to wait for the pullback, the next higher potential, higher low, right? Boom. Like I said, problem with this is many of y'all can't sit on your hands and you will want to take some type of shorting position on back down. Now, there is nothing wrong with that if you come on the day, on the week, and you determine that price is bearish. Because if you come in the day and determine price is bearish for the week, then hey, there is a 50% chance of you winning, because price can either do one of two things: either continue bullish, which is up, or bearish, which is down. Now, if you stick to one bias for the whole week, there is a 50% chance of you actually winning versus you coming in on a Monday, taking a buy, coming on a Tuesday, taking a sell, coming on a Wednesday, taking a sell, coming on a Thursday, taking a buy, lose, then a sell. You see what I'm saying? You already had like 7 biases. The chances of you winning every single trade is going to start getting slimmer and slimmer. And if your skills aren't on par, you will bleed your account. right? It's easier to come in the week, determine one bias and stick with that bias the whole week. For me, as of now, I am fluid, right? I do believe we could be bearish, but at the moment we could be bullish. I don't know, so I'm going to just wait. All right, let's move on to gold. Now, I have not traded gold in some time. Reasoning is because we are too bullish, right? And the problem with this type of momentum is I don't know when it is going to die out, and I don't want to just hop on a trend because I see how bullish price can be, right? For example, let's take it right here. If I did take some type of buying position here, what happened the next couple days? We had a sell off, right? With that being, and the same thing up here. Look, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, almost a whole week bullish to have a next week bearish. This is why I don't want to trade gold at the moment. I would love to see price give me a deeper pullback, which else I was assuming it was going to come down here, but we never got that, right? But as of now, I still want to see price give me a pullback to this support area, right? This is resistance now acting as support. Until price can tap into this, I don't want any type of trade. And with that being said, I don't want to take a selling position on down because that's not what we do. I am not a counter trend trader. We trade with a trend. We just want to find a buying continuation pattern, and that is going to come at support. Pound USD. Now, I traded pound USD consecutively for about 2 years straight. Now I have moved on just because I feel as it moves pretty slow, but it does follow structure. All right, so if you are a new trader, at least a year into this, maybe even 2 or 3 years, I would suggest trading pound USD. It is very rewarding. Right now, I drew this up some time ago, so check it out. I said that price, when it comes back in this area that is resistance, right? We had a rejection, price broke up, broke it back under, had this big bear sell off. Now look, I did determine that price would come back up, reject in this area right here, create some type of support resistance to push on back down. That did not happen. We did get the break above. So what would we be looking for next? Well, since we did break above the resistance, I would like to see if it can now be used as some type of support, right? With that being said, I want to see if price can pull back, build that stability that I'm talking about, build that price action to take price back on up. Okay, so with that being said, we will not take a selling position back into the zone. We will wait for price to tap into our zone before determining anything. So then again, here we go. We just have to wait. Right now, moving on to Tesla. As you can see, I don't have to change my bias. Why? Because nothing has changed. We are still in some type of range. I'm still waiting for price to either break on up to give us that pullback into this resistance, now going to be used as support to take price back on up, or I'm going to wait for price to reject to come back on down to this support, right? But as of now, we don't know what's going to happen. We rejected many times in this area. We are in a range, so we just have to wait and be patient. All right, coming over here to Nvidia. It's pretty much the same thing as Tesla. We can break it down. Let me delete some of this. Okay, we are stuck in some type of, you know what, let me clear a lot of this up. Hold on. All right, there we go. So as of now on Nvidia, we are stuck in some type of range. We do have resistance up here that I have marked off in red, and we do have support down here that I do have marked off in blue, right? So with that being said, we are stuck in a range, right? Price may very well pull back on down here to support to take price back on up. But here comes the levels. We have to see this level get broken before price can continue on up. If this level or our zone does not get broken, price very well will reject up here to come back on down. Right now we are in a range, so you see what is happening. The best thing that I can tell you is wait for the breakout, the retest to continue on up, or wait for the breakout, the retest to continue back on down. Now, if we continue on down, you want to see this level get broken first and then this level. If these levels don't get broke, they will get used as support. All right. And lastly, NASDAQ. Now, I don't need to change this up just yet. I did say if price broke above this area down here, we would see some type of retest in this area, or at least I would want to see the retest in this zone to take price on up, right? What did we conclude last week? Last week I said I don't want to take any type of buying position so high that I want to wait for the pullback, right? Now you can see price has not gave us that pullback just quite yet. So what are we going to do? We are going to be patient, right? Because many of y'all probably said, let me take some type of selling position to take price back on down. And what happened? Price continued to print higher, right? Your stop loss got hit. Why did it get hit? Because you were trying to take some type of selling position so high, right? You don't take a sell at a higher high, right? That's not what we do. So what do I want to do? I want to wait for price to give me that pullback, that higher low that we are anticipating before continuing on up, right? So once price gives us this pullback to potentially create us our next higher low, then we would find some type of buying position to take price back on up.